Okay, so we're just about to get started on today's project, but first I want to give this dog a pizza. Oh, look, you're so gentle. Good job. Good girl. Nom nom. Nom. Nom nom. Okay, now I'm ready. Alright guys, new day, new project. Where do you think I'm going now? Two guesses. Wrong. Wrong again. That's right, Harbor Freight. So what we're shopping for today specifically are supplies to media blast and wire wheel some of the engine components, exterior engine components, such as intake manifold, upper and lower, the water pump housing, because the new 13B looks beautiful, and so does the new turbo setup, but those old parts, number one, they're old. Number two, they've been sitting out in the rain, San Diego rain, can you believe it or not, getting rusty. So we're gonna get some supplies to media blast them, spray them so they'll either stay there. I like the aluminum finish personally for the aluminum parts, but some of them could also go with a ceramic coating to help with the temperature. So I'm gonna see what's available. We'll head up to Harbor Freight real quick, grab some supplies. I've got my catalog here in the car with me and my Inside Track membership card. Please sponsor this video, Harbor Freight. Please sponsor this whole channel. We go up there at least twice a week. So please, if you're watching, sponsor me. So what did we get at Harbor Freight today for this project? Well, we got ourselves a media blaster, fittings to connect it to our air pump, and some wire wheels. Now let's look at what we're going to be cleaning up. This nasty old water pump, and these nasty manifolds. So I'm going to get this hooked up to the air pump, and then we'll start getting to work. We're going to start with the water pump. Alright, so I got my gun set up over here, and now I need to prepare this just a little bit. So what we need to do is I need to clean up some of the surfaces and get some masking tape on the areas where we don't want particulates getting into. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll start blasting. Okay, Jeff's still taking a shot at it with the wire wheel there, but as you can see, that took quite a little while just to do a small area, and it's difficult when working with small pieces like this because they'll kick back at you because they're not mounted down. So it's going to hopefully be much easier. I'm excited to try out the gun here. But I had to step inside, get some shorts, get a hat on, because it's really hot. 2 weeks ago, we never thought it would stop raining out here, so we put up our car canopy, and now, I mean, look at it. Look at it. Anyway, I'm going to get set up to film the powder gun working, and hopefully get some good shots. I hope it's very satisfying, kind of like watching a pressure washer. I bought this baking soda media in bulk at Harbor Freight, so I'm already making a mess, but it's just baking soda, so should be okay. Okay, here goes nothing. Eye protection, eye protection. Alright guys, so obviously I stopped filming for a little bit. The compressor had to turn on, so everything got real loud and crazy, and as you saw, there was baking soda going absolutely everywhere. So instead of expose the camera to that for too long, I decided to pull it away and stop filming. But let's take a look at how it looks. So it's definitely much better than the way it started. I will say a few things about this process. It definitely works. It definitely is a time saver, but it is very messy. Like, I chose to use baking soda because I know it would be very gentle on the material, and I knew that if it got on anything, if it got in anything, it's just going to dissolve and go away very easily. You could use a different type of media, but look what happened. And it's going to rain this weekend. It's going to be fine. The baking soda is all going to wash away, but what if it wasn't? What if it was sand or glass? Like, I don't know if that would work. I think you need to be in a contained environment to do that, or have it in a sandblaster. And it takes a ton of material. So I bought a 50-pound bag of baking soda from Harbor Freight to do this, and my first thought was, well, you know what? I'll just get a bag of baking soda or a box from the grocery store. No. This took way more than a box or a bag from the grocery store just to do what I've done so far. So anyway, what I'm going to do right now is get this acetone right here and wipe it down so we can really see how good it looks. I think it looks pretty good, but this acetone will definitely show us anything that we missed and stuff that we can touch up with the wire wheel. Well, I mean, all things considered, it's the first wipe down with acetone on a white rag. That's not bad. So what you see is what you get. If you remember, this was all rusty. It's all pretty nice and silver. It looks great, and I mean, there's baking soda coming out of everywhere, so it needs to be sprayed down. But this is where the wire wheel was used, and you can see there's still stuff there that needs to be cleaned off. So I think I'm going to give it a few more passes with the soda gun, actually, then the wire wheel, and then we'll be ready for paint. Okay, so it's probably an hour later, and I did spend a lot of time with the wire wheel, but it was mostly just to get a good polish. The soda gun did a great job. I mean, it took off so much of the extra corrosion, rust, everything. So the wire wheel, I didn't have to go through and force it and dig through layers of crud. I was able to just get a good polish. So let me show you what it looks like. So here's the housing now. It's worlds difference. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. I'm going to give it a quick acetone bath and then string it up for paint. So I got it remasked off and hung up, ready for paint. I'm going to be using VHT flame-proof satin clear. It's like I mentioned earlier. I like the way the metal looks, especially since it polished up so nice. So I'm going to go ahead and hit it with this. 2 light coats, and then we'll see how it looks, and maybe a coat after that. Okay, so that's 3 coats on it after cleaning it up with the soda gun, polishing it with the wheel. So we'll let it dry overnight and check it out tomorrow. Alright, so it's the next day. This is a little bit of the aftermath from the soda gun. But our water pump housing is looking great. It's all dry, finish looks wonderful. Still has a little bit of a patina underneath. Because again, we didn't paint it with the color, it's just a satin clear, but I really like it personally. So I'm going to take this in and put it in the front of the engine and see how it looks. So if I take it as it is now, and slide it on there. That looks much better. So the next parts I want to get prepped up are these intake manifold pieces. The upper portion, this is the lower portion. So same thing, I'm going to prep them, get them stripped down, ready to get blasted by that soda gun, and then hit them with the wire wheel again, and hopefully make them match and look as good as that water pump has them. Okay, hopefully you get the idea from that long time lapse, but here they are. A few hours of honest work, and I think they look absolutely fantastic. They're not perfect, but they will do. I just finished them giving them an acetone bath, and about to finish taping them up for paint. The sky is getting kind of cloudy, and it is supposed to rain tonight, hopefully washing away all this baking soda. So your outro today will be the finishing coats of paint on those manifolds, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you liked the result that we came out with. If you did, please leave me a like below. If you didn't, please let me know why, and thank you again for your continued support, and we'll see you again in the next one.